Good evening. I hope we're well. We went a bit early. We went very early, actually, to be fair. How you doing? Yeah. So we went early for the simple fact is there's a new patch. I didn't realise it was coming out. We were waiting, I think, for word from the devs because they did say yesterday that they were going to let us know at some point whether it was last night or yesterday or early this morning what's happening with a patch or what's going forward, and then they've just released a patch which is really good, to be fair. So we're going to just go through. I'm not going to sit here just having a sort of reading it all out. I don't really want to. People have got access. If you're in my Discord or even just search on Google Project Motor Racing Update, it should come up. It's on their website. So, but one thing that got me, and I've already tested it, the FPS has been unlocked in the replays, and yeah, just night and day to do with the cars. Yes, the graphics of the actual scenery and everything else is a little bit still off. There's weird shit happening, but the actual graphics on the cars are just so much better. It looks like you're actually playing it in replay form, live kind of thing, not like it's a replay and it's 30 FPS and the cars look absolute dog. So yeah, that's a good one. I'm really happy about that. There's quite a few fixes to do with online stability, bits and pieces like that. So we will try that, see how snappy it is. They've changed some things on the AI, so we're definitely going to try that. And they just as a bit of a, well, not really a shameless plug, but I have my review video out at 6 o'clock. So in about 15 minutes, I've done a review video today. And obviously this was before I knew the patch was coming out. So I do cover a few things about replays. Would like to see sort of at least 60 FPS or whatever. So doing max FPS is even better for me. Doesn't look like graphical fixes they've done or they've worked on optimization. So as I said, we'll just play it by ear, but definitely be interesting to see about crashes and stuff like that, i.e. not crashes in between cars, but crashes to do with the game itself, because I do tend to get the odd crash going into multiplayer lobbies and stuff like that. So let's hopefully they've sorted that out, because that'll be absolutely fantastic. So they've sorted out a lot of cars as well. Just a quickie. One thing that struck me, and like I said, they've been listening. You know what I mean? I'll give them their dues. The devs, they've been listening. So LMDH, fixed low-level fast math optimization affecting tire surface, enhanced traction control behavior at low speeds, which is basically what, yeah, I think I said it was felt it was a traction control issue. So, and yeah, updated to GT3s, handling GT4s, all the issue cars basically. So yeah, like I said, we'll just test it. MC, how you doing, mate? I hope you're well. So yeah, let's obviously I know Metsy's streaming. It's why I sort of jumped on early, because I think Mets, I don't know at the minute, but Mets has to wait because he hasn't got access to the Steam version. He's got access to the same version, the Giants version, but because I obviously pre-ordered before and got it on Steam, I've got the update. So I'm not too sure what's happening, why they are, why it's taking them so long to get the update to the Giants software. I don't know. It feels much better. That's brilliant. That is really, really good. That's what we want to hear. At the end of the day, getting a title out on Tuesday, having it absolutely ripped, roasted by probably what 80-85% of the people that have bought it, playing it or whatever, and then they've already then started to sort out the sort of issues. As I said, I mean, obviously I don't want to sort of give it away, but most people that have been on my streams, I have sort of gone in when you've come to me and says, would you buy it? Would you buy it? And I've explained why I would and why I wouldn't, kind of thing. That's more or less what my review video is about. But I obviously go over and say one specific reason I want to see is them fix the issues with, say, multiplayer, stability issues, console issues to do with Xbox with instability and getting dashboard and stuff like that, before they start to work on, say so more or less sort of fixing the cars. But for them to sort of obviously sort out multiplayer, they've sorted out, or it says they've sorted out or trying to sort out or implemented a patch to sort out instability issues on Xbox and stuff. And then obviously sort the cars out as well. It tells me they are either they've had their bottom spanked, as I said in Metstream, they must have had their bottom spanked, and they're scurrying around working as hard as they can to get the patches out. I don't know, but fair play to them at the end of the day. Fair play. Drive all improve AI, lateral awareness and combat AI, drive blind spots, prove AI engine, beast, logic enhance. Yeah, that's it. We're going to test it. Let's see. Proof's in the pudding. Even though I didn't mind the AI to a certain extent, it'd be better if they don't just come straight across you like you're not there. So yeah. I think, yeah, MC, wait, that's my biggest key in my review is if you've got the money and you can afford to pay their extortionate price, then do it if you're itching to get on it. If you can't and you're a bit like me and sort of penny pinch and like get a bargain, I don't think it's worth more than $35, 30 UK pounds as it sits. But this update has helped a lot. No, this is right, but yeah, exactly, GG Jamie. But yeah, that's what my big thing is on my review video. I enjoy the game. I'm not gonna hide it. It's like with Mets. I really am enjoying the game. I'm enjoying the offline, the career. As I said in my video as well, I'm just basically giving it all away, so you don't even have to go and watch it. I basically say that I think the longevity of the career will be massive because they can keep adding to it. And you can keep, say, start from the bottom, 100 grand or whatever it is, and try and work your way all the way up to the most expensive and run a championship with the most expensive. So like I said, you could be on it for a while, a good, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 hours. So Woody, that's brilliant. That is brilliant news. That is really good. Like I said, that is, yeah, exceptional news at the end of the day. Anyone over keeping an eye on both streams with Mets? I just want to know if Giants have managed to get their sorted on their software so he can get on. Right, I'm going to show you. Let's see if you can see the difference. I'm going to play a replay that actually plays because my bottom one, this one, is it this one? No, it's Spielberg. It crashes the game for some strange reason. So we'll go with, actually we'll go with this. It might crash, but no, we're not. Okay. It's worth 55 on PlayStation, I think. Now the driving has improved 100%. That's, like I said, I can't, at the end of the day, you know me. I try and, yeah, get things for as little as possible. So yeah, obviously it looks good there. It's obviously when it started to move, you got a lot of aliasing and shimmering. There's a little bit there, but as I said, it's nowhere near as bad. It really isn't. I just think it looks a lot better. I mean, it's at about 100 FPS down to 80. If you sort of oh no, it's going to crash the game. Don't do my stream, please. Don't crash my stream. You can do the game, I don't care. Don't crash my stream. So that's, like I said, that for me is instability on my end, I believe. I really do. I'll try a different replay. I haven't actually played that replay. As I said, the Red Bull Ring or Spielberg replay, as soon as I press play replay, it crashes the game straight away. So is it some instability? Also, some of the replays, it doesn't show the other drivers, which is a little bit, yeah. But it is what it is. Yeah, I'm happy at the end of the day. Mark Elliott, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. I really do. We are knocking on the door of 3,000 subs, man. I'm just positive, really positive. Right. Let's try again. Seems to load in quicker as well. I used to get it to hang quite badly. Let's go this one. This one seems to play earlier. It could be because I'm streaming, but I am still streaming in 1080p. I just don't want to push the boat. That loaded really quick. I know MC, I'm just over the moon, really am. I mean, we had a bit of a couple of months back when I sort of fell out of love and I sort of walked away from streaming in bits and pieces. I was a little bit off and I was sort of losing subs, but since this has come out, this is just sort of reinvigorated, re-energized me. But yeah, don't I mean, don't get me wrong, the scenery is still a bit meh. It's but the actual cars, it's not doing that horrible shimmering effect. So if you look there, it's like you're actually driving it. So if I go inside, it's like I said, it's like I'm actually driving it in real life, or not real life, but in real time, not because it looks just so bad at 30 FPS. But yeah, cars look sweet. I mean, I was noticing it was definitely the frame rate, because if you pause it, the cars look really good. They do look really good. But then once it started moving at 30 FPS, it was, yeah, you just had to sort of screw your eyes up and like, I don't want to look at that. That's horrible. So be interesting to see what, have you been on it? And can you bring up an FPS counter, or can you see visually? Because they'll probably up yours to 60. I don't think they can just let it, like, yeah, go whatever. So yeah, definitely be interesting to hear from the console guys whether it's improved it or they've upped it to 60. Some races 24, 32 lips. Mark, I agree, mate. It's like we're Mets and that. It's, yeah, we're a small number that actually enjoy it, and we're not going to slate it, and we're just going to sit there and try and work with it. Bleeding Fly, thank you. How was the handling on the LMDH cars? Stealth Guy, I haven't checked him yet. We're just going through the replay basically. Oh yeah, quick one. This might well, I thought it was comical. I haven't actually clicked on it, so I don't know what way it works, whether it brings you to a website. But yeah, if you go to it goes report incident, and it goes scan to report. So you've got to scan a QR code to do it. So it must take you to a website, and then you obviously fill in everything else. So yeah, I found that that was there originally. It wasn't updated or been put in with this update. I noticed it today while making my review video, so I thought that was quite comical. But I'll tell you what, if it's sends you to a website and then you fill in all the drop down and everything else, it's not actually too bad. So nice little sort of touch by him. Have you tried the Acura? 9-day difference. That sounds so good. That's, yeah, what we want to hear. New patch on PS5 Pro is brilliant. That's, yeah, can't knock it then. Thank you for the sub, Stealth Guy. I didn't realise you snuck in there. You commented before it come up on my screen. Don't know what the frame rate was on PlayStation, but it ran smoothly. Multiplayer ran a lot smoother, and overall just looked a lot better. That's great, Oil Slick. That's what I mean. This is what we want to see. We want to see them listening to the community and implementing stuff that the community have told them about. As I said, that's, yeah. Have I tried any mods to do? I'll tell you what there was somebody's putting a modded, I'll show you actually, a modded, presume it's modded, it's by themselves, a livery, which is the BMW. So like I said, it's by Razer, so I presume, yeah, it's a Need for Speed livery. From your friend Razer, do note the mechanical failures may happen. So 60 FPS on PS5 for the replays, I presume, Mark. That's good. There is, the mods are vehicle setups, which I presume are mods, really. I don't, liveries, I think there's, see, I'm not too sure if, yeah. See, Straightforward Studios have created these, so see DLCs. There's, yeah. I'd strongly get everyone who's got it to download the vehicle setups if you haven't already, because they're free at the end of the day, and I have used a few, and yeah, they seem to work a lot better than just the stock. Not, I don't think they're giving massive lap time, say like ACC, but they're definitely helping. So how does it feel? I haven't drove. We've just been addressing sort of other little things. The replays of on console they're up to 60, and on PC they've just unlocked the frame rate, which makes a massive difference. What is the patch addressing? It's, have I still got it up? Quite a bit, Link, to be fair. Stability online multiplayer and stuff like that. AI they've tweaked. They've fixed the LMDHs, the GT3s, GT4 handling. Cut another classes as well. Something about Nordschleife with the tracks. Reopened garages. Audio as well. So, and they've sorted out some steering wheel and wheel shifters, newly supported devices, which is good. And obviously pedals as well, controller boards and fixes. So yeah, quite a bit, to be fair, which is, like I said, brilliant to see. Really good. Right, as there's 100, oh my god, I had this 101 viewing right now. That is absolutely massive. Right, what do you want to see? Do you want me to just give my thoughts on? We'll go single player. Suppose we'll go the LMDH, because that was one of the worst. The Acura, because that was the worst. Should go Spielberg. It doesn't really matter, to be fair. Let's go. Would it be track mods? I presume so. I haven't really looked into the modding side because I'm not a sort of modder myself. At the end of the day, it just goes sort of way above my head. I just love to just get in and drive. So, track that's not on ACC. You want me to go to a track that's not on ACC? No, let's do this one. It's just want to see, feel the hand in that. Exactly, Link. Exactly. They had to. It's because of the instability, especially on Xbox, was a bit of a nightmare, to be fair. Let's see how the cure is. Right, what I'm going to do is probably the best way to do it is leave it stock and drive it stock. Leave the traction control on 6. Put it on 20. We'll go... No ABS, so I'll put it down to 80 because that's my usual. And I've got increments of 5 now on the steer rack, unless it's just because of this car. It used to go up by 10, so we're going to go strength. That should be up. That's it. The only way I made this work, as I said, with basically my sort of little tutorial. Rodrigo, how you doing? I completely butchered your name, but I hope that's the way you pronounce it. Somebody else subbed. Katie Dave, thank you for the sub. But yeah, I obviously messed about with the clutches and stuff. That was the only way I could get it to feel better in the traction control. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out now with just, yeah, the traction control as it is. I would do if I turned my wheel on. That's never good. Start a stream, start to jump in, and I can't even drive because I haven't turned my wheel on. I'm too eager to get in on it. Right, let's go. No, don't. We'll wait for it. We'll wait for it. That was my bad. Right, it should now. Ah, it's because it's electric, isn't it? I always rev it expecting an engine, and it's like there's nothing because it starts the electric. I'm going to try it on both my wheelbases. Nice, Link. Let me know how you get on. Florian, how you doing, mate? How was the update? We're just getting into it. Replays are looking a lot better. On PC they've unlocked the FPS, so we can run whatever. I presume on console. I think they're running. Somebody let me know they're running 60 now, so it looks a lot better. Graphically, for sort of grass, trees and everything else, it doesn't. It's still a little bit off. That doesn't. Okay, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. It's still going from left to right on full power. Excuse my driving in. Oh my days. Excuse my driving in this. I'm more of a GT3 man. Yeah. See that? It's running TC6. You would have thought that that wouldn't happen from the rear with all that power. The traction control should cut in. I think that, for me, I think you still need to run higher traction control. Let's see, let's run it at 10 and see how intrusive it is. Still getting a little bit. See that? The step out when I'm on full power. I'm on traction control 10. It shouldn't be stepping out like that. It's... I don't know, for me it seems they've got worse. We tested this and we sorted out that step by upping the traction control to its fullest. So it would eradicate the step. For me, I don't know, I think they've like lessened the traction control higher up. So it's now still doing that step out, which is, yeah, not what you want. Somebody just subbed. Thank you. Handling wise, obviously I'm getting oscillation on my wheel, but I've definitely noticed up in the force feedback, if it's going to oscillate the wheel, i.e. left to right, it will do a lot more when you put more sort of force through it. You just need to dampen it out, but now that the tyres are starting to come up, yeah, that was curb related. We'll let it off with that.
5 minutes to the end.
Still a little bit. I mean, like I said, for traction control 10, it shouldn't be doing that. I'm in 4th gear there, so I'm not giving it like it's in it. It's not in its power band, so yeah. It's almost like like I said, they've lessened the traction control high up, so it's doing exactly what it does on low traction control, or used to do. It's easier to drive. You gonna stop? Oh. It's a bit weird. It's easier to drive, don't get me wrong, but yeah, let me see. The thing is, are these setups going to now be redundant if they were brought out before the stuff was changed on the cars? That's the issue. I think somebody mentioned that. They've got TC4. Right, this will be interesting. Definitely don't want 50 litres. The Corvette CR7 has the same issue. Kicks out on the downshift. It's not, to be fair, Beamoff, it's not the downshift. What's happening with me is to kick out on the downshift to be locking the diff. So what I found, and I made a video on it, you need to up the clutches and it smooths out like the downshifts and it doesn't get wild on the rear end. So that sorts that out. What I'm noticing, and like I said, the LMDH do it, the GT3s, the GT4s do it, when you put your foot down, say on lower traction control, not sort of 1 or 2 or 3, I'm talking, say, yeah, 6 or 7 or 5, 6, 7, which is still for me medium to high. You're coming out the corner, you're putting your foot down and the rear end's trying to go, i.e. you're trying to lose grip, and then it'll kick in, but it's kicking in too late. It shouldn't be doing that, especially if you're running maximum traction control. So like I said, it's a little bit weird for me. And like I said, I sussed that out only by testing. I mean, I'm not a big setup person. I don't claim that I know how to set up. I don't at the end of the day. But right, let's leave that actually there. This is all changed. Okay, this will be interesting. It definitely was getting better than when the tyres were heating up. But as I said, for me, it looks like they've lessened the traction control effect higher up. So it's doing exactly what it did with lower, when it was lower traction control, to now upping it to say 10. It's doing exactly what it was doing when it was, yeah, lower, which is no good for me. At the end of the day, cold, yeah, Florrie, the cold tyres definitely, once they were warming up, they helped, but I could still get it out, which you shouldn't be able to do on, say, full traction control. It should be really intrusive. It should be like almost numb driving, because it's not kicking out, it's not doing anything, because the traction control is constantly kicking in. but it wasn't. It was still kicking out. It like made no sense. I just think TC4 is just wild. We'll go 6 again, see what happens. Get his tyres up. So maybe, yeah, they've slightly improved these, but not massively.
1 minute to go.
Which, to be fair, I'm not really fussed if they haven't completely improved them, because they're still sort of working, or they've noticed that they need improvements. People then will go back to them and say, look, they still need a little bit more. So it seems a little bit better, because this will be this setup, but... Or just keep it in a sort of a gear that you're not in the power band, and then put your foot down. So let's get these. I mean, I don't mind sliding. It's for me the fun element, the fun factor almost. But say if you're racing, you don't. Yeah. Okay, let's up it.
Session over. Check and flag this lap.
Session over, that's not good. How was the update? These aren't, yeah, they were supposed to have slightly or maybe sorted these out, the handling, the traction control, but I'm still getting the same issue. The replays are good. They've unlocked the frame rate for PC and upped it to 60 on console. I think the stability in multiplayer seems to be good, what people are saying. The stability on Xbox as well looks a lot better. So see, this is, yeah, seems better. Yeah, it's a lot more stable, but this is because of the setup as well. So they're probably, yeah, tweaked clutches and everything else. Exactly what I did. So I'd still say run the setups. The setups they're all free, so I can't stress enough to everyone download them, because it's a lot better with a setup. But you've still got to run TC10. Might be able to run 9 now that the tyres are up. It's probably not going to let me know. It is a lot more drivable, but not through them. Almost, I think they've gone the other way. They've made it a little bit worse. So, how's the Akira? Yeah, it's use the setup. Download the setups. Use the setups, definitely. The Iron Taint, I don't know. I know what you're on about. You're on about James Baldwin, aren't you? That when he done the GT3 with just yanking the steering wheel, scrubbing it in. I mean, I noticed doing, it was probably, what, a couple of days ago when I was doing the MX-5, the sort of hot lap like challenge that's in the game. And I noticed, because I'm always conscious about my steer rotation. It was always the thing that annoyed me. I had to keep changing it and changing it and tweaking it in the setup of the car. And I went round line rock. It's only line rock, and most of the turns are a right-hander anyway. And I was yanking it, and I was seeing grip, and I was like, okay then, and yeah, that I was. But obviously, unbeknown to me was that, yeah, it is sort of an issue, and obviously James found the sort of hack, the hack to, yeah, in the GT3 to unlock lap time. So, but yeah, oh well. Cold tyres, mate. Yeah, I think cold tyres, but that felt better with that setup. That felt a lot better. That really did. So that's the setup. Obviously, I haven't. Yeah, it's not mine. And then what I've done is I've changed, obviously, to my preference brake bias, but you've still got to run 10 on the traction control for sure. Otherwise, yeah, it's not good, to be fair. I wouldn't say not good. That's a bit hard, saying not good. it's a lot more. It's more difficult. You've got to have a lot more concentration. You've got to be a bit more smoother on the throttle and stuff like that. Smoother on the throttle out of corners and stuff, which, yeah. For this, maybe, it's the GT3s is where, like I said, GT3s are my bread and butter. It's probably a lot of you guys' bread and butter to do with ACC, because we was on it for years at the end of the day. So, let's go sparse, do it. James did. That's why I said download the setups. Are the cars unlocked? Hunter, what do you mean? What cars? I've got all the cars because being on the partner program with Giants, even though this is on Steam, it seemed to have transferred over. Right, again, so what we're going to do is we are going to leave it stock, because I want to see if they've sorted it so we can lower the traction control but still not have it as intrusive as it was. I'm going to change this so it isn't 0.5. It was only the LMDH that was up in increments of 0.5. I'll put 30 on that. Not that one, that one. We get rid of that. This is as gamer muscle does in most of the cars, which seems to work for me as well. So we'll go medium. Oster Kai, thank you. I won't mention it as others may not have seen it, but yeah. Which I haven't seen MC, to be fair. I'm going to have to catch up with it. I've just been zoned in on this, to be fair. Right, let's see, shall we? Let's...
All clear.
I mean, I was expecting, watching James Baldwin's review, I was expecting him to say about the snap, and he did say a little bit, but when he did the lap on traction control, it looked really smooth. But I suppose because he's like an esports pro at the end of the day. Full power up, O'Roos, no issues whatsoever. I mean, for testing as well, I didn't realise there's a setting you can click to have tyre blankets on when you come out of the pits, and the tyres are already warm. That seemed a lot better, considering the tyres shouldn't be warm. I'm on running TC6. I had no chance last time running TC6. Yeah, still a little bit, but it's manageable, and it's getting on the power a lot better. Hell of a lot better. Just got so much more confidence in it. And like I said, this is with no setup. This is without, yeah, upping the traction control to 10. Brakes seem mental as well. Oh no. And then I had a skill issue and hit the grass or the gravel. Yeah, a lot better. Absolutely phenomenal. I like the Mustang. I ran it round Monza, and I think I ran the Lambo was the first GT3 I drove, and I think I just about got in the 49s. Was it a low 49? And I tried the Mustang. Obviously, we'd have worked out that you can cut most of the chicanes and stuff now because of track limits. But yeah, I managed a 47, so I was over the moon. So, was there another update? Yes. I think it's 1.5.0.1 is what it is. We're just, yeah, sort of going through. Obviously, we can't really test everything, but the feedback we're getting from a lot of people that are jumping on is positive. At the end of the day, massively positive. So, yeah. I just want to... I should have really put... I wonder where it is. I wonder if it's... Oh, we'll leave it. To have tyre blankets so we can come out and just push straight away. Like I said, I just want to try once the tyres are up to temperature. So we'll do a lap and then we'll start putting down the traction control, just lowering it by increments of 1 each time, and just see to the point of where it starts to slip, do what it was doing. So obviously if you can manage it, the lower the traction control means it should equal faster lap times in theory, until you find your sort of sweet spot. But yeah, has anyone seen the? Because obviously you'll still have the achievements on console. I think there's an achievement where you've got to beat a 2 minute 16 round here to get an achievement, which is like, yeah. Brakes, I don't know if they've done anything with the brakes, but I'll tell you what. See, it might have done actually, because it said about the tyre model. Mathematical, something to do with the tyre model, so with grip. So yeah, they've definitely.
You've got 5 minutes left.
It's a bit of a short one, I should have upped it. But yeah, the ABS feels brilliant, really does. But yeah, it's not. See, it's nice. It starts to get round the corner, and then you feel it starts to put the power in. Then the traction control comes in just to stop it from doing that weird shit, and then it's going. It's not. You start to put the throttle, and straight away it starts to go, and then the traction control kicks in, and then it's sort of like, and then yeah, it sort of slows you down. This is a lot better. Oh my days, a lot better. What's it even under braking? It's not locking up at the rear, which it used to do as well. If you remember, that's why we had to up the clutches. It would lock up. That's it, the potential. I always saw the potential in it. And I needed another sort of, yeah, game to get my teeth into almost. I've done enough on ACC. It's so easy up there. Like I said, it's not even running a setup. I mean, T1 was always an issue as well, because it's a slow speed corner. It then sort of shows that the issues with the traction control. There was still a little bit, but it wasn't as bad. Nowhere near as bad. But there's a little bit there. So it is the slow speed. But yeah, nowhere near as bad. I think the slow speed will get worse, obviously, if I turn the TC down. But sort of the faster corners seem fine. Nostalgia for the Corvette. I think that's it, just having the variety, and especially on console. If you're not on PlayStation, Xbox haven't got a lot of titles with a lot of cars in. That's the thing. So it's very compliant now. It's doing what I need. Look, doesn't even step out there at all. I think you might have to just do what you do in ACC. Certain corners, up the traction controller, turn it down to get your quick claps, but feels so much better. As I said, no setup. Just tweak the steering rack for my own preference and the force feedback. That's it. Yeah, feels so much better. Unreal. Under braking, look, it's just braking straight. No issue. See again, look, slow corners. It's still trying to. So definitely, yeah. 220. What a crap lap time. So right, go around here, get on the throttle. There, do you see it? Slow corners. Ever so, yeah. So problem is, let's go. I'll put it up to, what are we on? 6, 8.
1 minute left.
Yeah. But do you see what I mean? It's the slow corners where it's having the issues. But as I said, overall, it feels just really good. Really good. We tried the LMDH Sakura and it wasn't... It's better, but not a massive improvement for me from what it was. But then again, we tried Red Bull, didn't we? Which has got a lot of slow corners technically. So it must be that. They still can't get it right in the slow corners. Got some work to do to try and get a 216 round here then, haven't I? I'll do what James Baldwin did and start yanking the wheel. Are you still waiting? Joking. Hopefully you'll get it. I really do hope. I says maybe I'm just fortunate now that I did pre-order it on Steam. Yeah, definitely be good to get you guys' thoughts on it. But yeah, definitely slow corners. Everything else is really nice. Like I said, the braking as well. It's not locking up on the braking in the rear. I mean, the only thing you could do is, if you're skilled, is turn the TC right down, even off, and just run it and make sure you just straighten up that wheel coming out of a slow corner. That it doesn't give you that opportunity, but it'll still, I suppose, depend on what sort of, yeah. You're in the wrong sort of power band, or you're on the, it's going to send too much power to the back wheels. Yeah, it's too intrusive. Still. Yep, this is default setup. I haven't put a setup in, to be fair. But it does. If there's still a slight, I think even they say in the update notes